Hello everyone, today we're going to look at the king and two knight checkmate. Now I've got to be honest with you, the king and two knights actually can't checkmate the king. Not by force anyway. For instance, the best position I could find to do this was this. So if white plays knight c3, check. The king goes to, let's say, a1. We can checkmate the black king like this, but it's not forced because the king can just escape to, let's say, c1, and after something like knight d3 the king just escapes, and it's impossible to checkmate with a king and two knights. However, if the defender does have a pawn, it can be possible to checkmate with two knights. A Russian theoretician named Trotsky made a detailed study of this endgame and used the example called the Troitsky line to determine if you can mate with two knights. So if we look at this line that I've made here, if a pawn is securely blockaded by a white knight no further down than this line, then black loses no matter where the kings are. But if the pawns have moved further down this line, then there is a drawing and losing zone for the defender. So let's have an example of this in action. This pawn has actually moved further down than this line, but black is actually in the losing zone and it's trapped in this corner. And the idea to mate with two knights is just to use this tempo of the black pawn and see if you're in time to checkmate the king in the corner. If you don't have this extra pawn, then it usually ends in stalemate. So here white plays king c3 and black has numerous options. First I'll go through king b1. So if king b1 here, white now needs to get black into the perfect position. So he plays king to d2, and I'll show you what this perfect position looks like. So king d2 and king a1 from black, king c1 and king a2, king c2. And the main idea for white is to get this knight to move over to deliver a timely check. So knight b2 here, king c1 and king c3 to cover the d2 square. If the king goes back, which it's forced to do, the knight now comes to d3, and after king b4, king a2, and now black's forced back on the first rank, king a1, king a3, king to b1, and now king to b3. So white now has the opposition, king a1, and now this is what white was aiming for, because now white can actually play knight to e3, and after g2, knight c2 check, king b1, knight to a3 check, and the black king is forced into the corner. And after king a1, there's plenty of time for white just to play knight to e1. Note, if you didn't have this pawn, it would be stalemate because the king can't actually move anywhere. So the pawn's forced to move one more square, gets a queen, and in this particular position, knight e to c2 delivers checkmate. I was also just thinking, what happens if the king goes to b1? Well, the knight could go to c2 anyway, and there's no more squares for this king. g2 is forced, and then just comes check, king a1, and we just play knight to e1 again. Queen is forced, and checkmate. Black can also play several moves from his starting position that we find ourselves in. King a1 is another idea, and it's really easy to go wrong as white. For instance, if knight a3 here and just king a2, knight c2, king b1, white actually mess this up, and there's no way to deliver checkmate with the two knights. Instead, king b3 after king a1 would be better, because king b1, and now knight to b2, and white now has the opposition. They've lost it again because they got the knight into the correct position, but now they just re-coordinate with king to b4, king a2, and now we've got the opposition again after king a3. So king b1, king b3, and king a1. And now we can use this setup again. Knight g to e1, g2, knight c2 check, king b1, and we're going to deliver a checkmate once again in this fashion. So that's just an example of how you can deliver checkmates with two knights. Now you may be thinking, this will never happen in a real game. Well, I bring you to this game, which was played last year between Sergei Karyakin and Samuel Savian in the Isle of Man Douglas Masters. I'll just go back a few moves because we'll see what happens. So here, Sevian decides to take on b2, and the knight takes on b2. And apparently Kayakin here was thinking it's a dead draw because black's pawn's going to be far too pushed up the board, but luckily he found this resource. So after g5, knight d4 check. There comes knight f5, and he's just about in time to get a reasonable position with these two knights and his pawn. The pawn's still underneath the Trotsky line, so this is actually a draw if black plays it correctly. But we'll see that actually black goes into the wrong space. What black should do here is aim to go into this direction. So black should go in that direction because white wouldn't have enough tempos. This pawn would be too fast and it's too slow to get the two knights into this corner. But as we'll see, black played king d4, Kayakin played king f2. And slowly white starts pushing the black king backwards with the power of their own king and using the squares. So knight c2 was played, king d5, king c3. So white's just cutting off some more squares, so these squares have been cut off. And it's just forcing black backwards. King c6, king c4. And note that white can't actually ever move this knight because this pawn runs and we can't actually capture it if we don't want to draw. King c6, knight e5 check, king d4 and king e6. So white slowly pushes the king. But here Kayakin finally gets into a decent position. So king f6, king h7, knight f5, and now Kayakin builds a mating net. King g8, king e7, and now black plays g3, knight f6 check, king h8, and white is just in enough time to checkmate the king, so the black king can't move here. And what's going to end up happening is after g2 they've come knight to h6, queen, and white would deliver checkmate in this fashion. So here I've just sped the game up and done a bit of analysis on the other side if Sevian decided to go this way, and Kayakin would just run out of moves, it wouldn't be in time. So after king c7, king a7, knight f5, king a8, we can opt to play knight to d4 here to try and get checkmate, but g3, after knight c6, g2, knight a4, g1 queen, knight to b6 would usually be checkmate, but the queen is just in time in this situation. Queen takes b6 and king takes b6, stalemate. So it would have been a draw. So guys, this is how you mate with two knights, but your opponent needs a pawn as well. Again, it's impossible to force mate someone with two knights. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, it's just a bit of fun. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much.